Hi, everyone. I want to talk to you a little bit today about a program that we're looking at called Calendly. And what it does is allows us to schedule meetings like one-on-one Zoom meetings with your students and or parents, and it will automatically schedule them and in times when you're available and add them to your calendar and then to the parents or students calendar also. So and we're in the process of purchasing this, but for right now, you can sign up for an account for this and it will give you a 2-week free trial while we're in the process of purchasing this. So go ahead and go to calendly.com. That's CALENDLY.com. And once you're there, click on sign up. And let me just go to sign up real quick. And then put in your email address, your school's email address, and click on Get Started. And then it's going to ask you to sign in with Google because it can tell that we're using Google Apps for Education. And click on Sign In. And it's going to ask you to choose an account that you want to use. Again, use your school account. And it's going to ask for access to your Google Calendar, which it needs. And you're going to say Allow. Okay. And you won't see this because I've been playing with this on another account, so I'm going to go ahead and accept that, but it should open up after you've done that. And you can create a Calendly URL. What I'm recommending to people is that they put AES at the beginning of it, then a dash, and then their username, right? And then it's going to ask you what time zone you're in, and it will automatically detect it. You'll want to put, if you're in the United States or in Europe or in Australia, you'll want to put that time zone because it will allow you to set up when you are available during that. So I'm going to put Arizona here, and I'm going to say continue. All right. And so now it's just telling you that it's going to check between your conflicts on your calendar if you have anything set up, and go ahead and click on continue. All right. Now you're going to put in your available hours. What are the times that you're working in your local time? And I'm going to put, um, oops, 8 a.m. if I can find it. There we go. And then I'm going to put a little bit extended here because I'm going to put until, let's say, 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. And then what days? And I'm going to choose Monday through Friday. And if you want it later, you can also, uh, fix this or change things in here. Click on continue. All right. And then you're going to choose education and then click on finish. All right. Now that you're in here, it's going to ask you to create an event type, but we want to do something else real quick before we do that. One of the nice things about Calendly is it integrates with Zoom completely. And so we want to make sure that we add that Zoom integration in. And so if you click up here, if you see up in the top, you'll see integrations. Go ahead and click on that. And then you're going to scroll down over here and you'll see Zoom. Okay, and choose Connect Zoom. And then it's going to bring you to Zoom to be able to log into it. And again, you're going to sign in with your Google account and choose the correct uh, school account and click on pre-approve. And sorry, I can't really see it because there we go. And choose authorize. Okay, so now that we have that on there, we can choose that as a location when we set up our event types. And so I'm going to go over here. So let me just scroll back and go back to home. And it has a few different built-in uh, event types, but we're going to get rid of those first. So I'm going to go here, click on the arrow next to it, and I'm going to choose delete for that one. And yes, I'm going to delete the 15-minute meeting type. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the 30-minute. I'm going to do it for all of them. And delete. Okay, so now that I've deleted those event types, I want to create a new one. And we want to create things that are specific for us. So I'm going to create a new event type, and I'm going to give it a name. So let's say if you want to have one-to-one parent meetings that you want parents to be able to schedule. And we can have different events that people, different types of things that people can sign up for. Okay, so I'm going to put in parent meeting, comma space, one-to-one. All right. And then when you click on location, you can choose Zoom web conference. And so what that means is when parents sign up for one of these meetings, it will automatically create the Zoom meeting and send them a calendar of invite with that Zoom meeting in it and send it to your calendar also. So you don't even have to go into Zoom when you're setting this up. Now we're going to put in just a short description. Please schedule uh, 1-to-1 meeting here. Okay. And you can choose a color, and then it's going to give it a name. And you don't really need to change any of that. I'm going to change the color to red, and I'm going to say next. Then you come in and you say, well, how long is that meeting? How long typically will those meetings last? You can choose a 15-minute, 30-minute, 45-minute, 60-minute, or some kind of custom thing. So right now I'm going to say, because it's a parent meeting, I want to choose 15 minutes. And then you're going to put in when are your available hours that you're going to be able to do this. So if you click on one of them, it doesn't really matter which one, right? And you can say, well, I want to be available from my time at 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. until, let's just say, 6 p.m., right? Now, I can copy this. I can have it apply only to that one day. I can apply it to all Mondays, or I can add different times, right? And I can say Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and apply it. And one other thing is you can have multiple times here. So let's say if you want to do 8 a.m. until, let's say, 12:30, right? And then you can say a new interval of, that was supposed to be 12:30. All right, so you can do a new interval of, let's say, 1:30 p.m. p.m. until, let's say, 6. 6 colon 00 p.m. And I'm going to again apply it to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. All right. So now we have two different tables that we can set up there. Now, if I go to the next button, all right, you can ask specific questions for when they sign up. Right now, it's going to collect their name and their email address, and please share anything that you want. You can also add other questions like multiple choice questions or anything like that. If you want to choose a radio button saying, which subject would you like to talk about? And then you can put in different things. You can say math, say literacy, say science, and then you can also include an other option and say apply. And now they have that there, and you can move that if you want. Let's say I want this, and click save and close. Now that we have that set up, we can go back to our home, and we'll see it here. Now all that parents have to do then is go to the link that you share with them, and you can copy this link, and you can test it out yourself by opening up a new tab and going to it to see what they see. Okay, so it will come up with a calendar, and it will only be available, the times that are only available will be what's available in your calendar. If you have a meeting for something else scheduled already, it'll automatically block off those times. You can choose different days, right? And so I'm going to say, 9:30 a.m. and I'm going to say confirm. And then I'm going to put my name in here, Bob Elliott, oops, OTT, and I'm going to put my personal email address. Okay. And which subject would I like? I'd like to talk about literacy. And I'd say, my child is having problems here. Okay. If I spelled, that's okay. All right. And I'm going to choose schedule as event. Now what'll happen if I go to my mail, okay, and let's check this again. It should come up in just a moment. Okay, and so there we have a new event that's come up that we have information, and it's from Calendly. It says you have a meeting type with Bob Elliott, and it's from 9:30 a.m. on Monday, April 20th. Now, if I go to my calendar, it should automatically be in there. All right. And if I look at April 20th, and here is the meeting that I've set up. Oops, not that one. That's for somebody else. And here. Okay. And if you see, it's got the Zoom link in it with the password off because password on because that's the setting that I have within my Zoom. And so all they need to do now, and it shows who's invited to it, who are the two people. And it's Bob Elliott, me as the organizer sending it, and then my personal Bob Elliott email account that started it. Okay, so that's it for right now. Here, look forward to another video coming out soon on how you can use this with Teams to set up kind of round robin things where it chooses different team members. Thanks.